Okay, so in definitions, we have left one topic, that is like method overloading and method overriding. Okay, we'll discuss these two now. Okay, what is method overloading and what is method overriding? I think the overloading, sorry, the overriding already we discussed in definitions. So if you create the same definition one more time, so what it will do, it will override the previous one. I'll give you an example. See here, I'm just creating two functions. So first I create a definition test. First I created definition test, and I called here test. So if I execute this has to print hello, and again I'm creating one more function with the same name. If I call test here, so what this will print? This will print method overriding. This will print a method overriding, it won't print hello. Why? Because this method is overriding here. Okay, so if you give the same name, if you create a function with the same name, what this will do, this will override this. Okay, so you can't access this function. So that is what we will call it as a overloading. So overriding. I'm just saving this and I'm running now. See, first it just printed hello and next it printed method override. See, first we are printing, we are calling test, it is printing hello. So again we are calling the same function, but it is taking method overriding. It's not taking hello because it is already overridden by the new function name, new definition name. Okay, this is overriding. So overloading. So what is overloading? So overloading is nothing but you can create a same function with same name with two different function, but the arguments may change. Okay, here you can give no argument, but here you can give multiple arguments. Okay, so that is our method overloading. So while calling based on the argument, so it will pick so which method, this method or this method. So normally in other languages that is how it will work, but Python it won't support method overloading, so there is no method overloading here. Okay, so Python won't support method overload. Instead of that, what we'll do here, same function name. Okay, so here if you call test, so without argument, so in other languages that is what method overloading it works. So if it calls without argument, this function has to take, and if you give test name, so based on the argument, so we gave one argument, so this function it will call. So this is what method overloading. You can load the argument, so based on the argument it will pick the specific method. But here it won't support method overloading. It will override it if you call like this. So this function it will consider. So the first one it will throw error because this test is overridden by test of name. So here we are not passing any argument, so it will throw an error. Okay, so how to do overloading here? So instead of these two functions, what we'll do here, we'll create a same function. Here you can give the argument as name equal to keyword argument. You can give name equal to default value. Okay, so here you, if you want to use, you can use. Okay, if you call like this, what it will happen? So we are not passing any argument, but default we defined as an argument, so that it will take. Yeah, so what this will do, this will take default value. We gave name equal to Ramakrishna, so default it will consider Ramakrishna, it will print here. Okay, instead of that, if you want to give a name to this function, you can specify name equal to some Python. Okay, so what this will print? This will print and this will print. Okay, I'm just running that now. See, so if you not pass argument, it is taking default value and printing. If you take, if you pass arguments, so it is considering this new argument and it is printing hello Python. Okay, so that is how we can use method overload here. Okay, so that is what we'll say, that Python won't support method overloading. So instead of that, we'll give directly. So we are not creating any new method. Okay, with the same method we are just giving default arguments. If you not pass, it will take default argument. If you pass, it will take the new argument, whatever you pass. Okay, so that is the difference between method overloading and method overriding. Okay, are you clear with these two? Madhavi and Vishra. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, so then we'll move to new topic, that is modules and packages. So we'll discuss these now. Okay, I have prepared one document for these two. We'll see what is a module. Okay, so module is nothing but it's a collection of functions or variables or classes. You can define anything. Okay, that will call it as a module. So module allows you to logically organize your Python code. You can group it. You can group 10 functions in one file. So that file you can put inside a module. Okay, that will call it as a module. So I'll show you now how to create a module and how to call a module. Let's say I'm creating one now. Here I'm just so module is nothing but it's a collection of definitions and variables and classes. You can create anything. Okay, here I'm just going to create two definitions. So one is hello and other one is hello name. Let's say here I'll give some argument. Okay, this I just created a, okay, here I just created two functions. This will call it as a module. Okay, in the module I created two functions. So now I'll tell you how to access this module and how to call these functions. I'm just creating one more function. Okay, so we just created a test underscore mod dot py. So this is the module. So while calling, what we have to use, we have to import. We have a one keyword import. Import of, we have to import the module. So here you can ignore dot py. You have to give the name of the file. You can give test underscore mod, and so we are importing this module, and we can use whatever you define functions inside a module, or you can get the variables and all. Okay, so now I'm going to call this function hello test. So you have to specify the module name dot the function name. Okay, if you call this, this has to go inside the module, and it has to pick a hello function, hello definition, and it will run this. So this will print hello. Okay, so that is how we'll call. So now, so what is the main usage of module? Okay, so if you feel that if you feel this entire code will be a similar, you can say if you want to segregate a code, then you can define that in a specific module. Let's say you have one mathematical operators, mathematical operations, and you have some string operations, you have some other calculations. So if you want to segregate, then you can define one module for mathematical operations, and you can define one more module for string operations. Okay, in the mathematical module you can define all mathematical functions or strings, variables and everything, classes and all. Okay, so here I'm just segregating the code inside one specific module. Here I'm just calling that module. So after creating a module, you can use the module wherever you want. You can reuse it. Okay, this is how we'll use the module. First we have to import it, then we have to call that module dot the function name. Okay, here I'm just calling the function. I'll run this and I'll see now. See, we are just creating the module here. We are not executing this, but we are executing this script. Use underscore mod.py. So once you execute this, automatically this will compile this. Okay. So Python use mod.py. See, hello. It is printing this statement. Hello. Okay. Instead of that, what I'll give the other function also you have to specify the module name dot hello underscore name of you have to pass. Okay, so what this has to go here, this one hello, the name it has to print. Okay, so we'll run now. See, hello Python. Okay, so here we are just using two definition, but instead of that you can create variables also. I'm just creating one variable num equal to 100 and num1 equal to 1000. Okay, so you can create variables also. I'm just declaring two variables, so here I can access those. Dot num. Okay, so this has to print this number also, num100. See, so like this we can use modules. Okay, so like this you can create, and like this you can use the module. So we have other ways to use it, so we'll discuss those now. So this is the syntax. You have to give import. If you have number of modules, you can give module 1 comma module 2 comma module 3, like that. Okay, so we have one more way to import a library, import a module. So let's say if I give like this, import the module name, so this will import all functions and all variables inside the module, but you have to define like this: test the module name dot the method what you are going to use, method or variable name. Okay, we have one more way, that is like from you can give the module name from test mod, test underscore mod, the module name I'm giving, and import. You can import a uh, specific definition or specific variable. If you give from test mode import hello, we are just importing only hello, only this function hello. It won't import others. Okay, so we are just importing only hello. If you want to use that, you can give the function name here. Okay, so this will go and this will run the hello function, what that will print hello. Okay, see hello. This is other way. Now if you try to access hello underscore name, it has throw error. See, hello name is not defined because we just accessed only one definition, not this one. Okay, if you want to import all functions or all variables inside a module, so you can give like this from module and import star. What this will do, this will import all functions and all variables. Now you can give like this hello, you can import hello, and you can import hello name also, and you can import the number
Ramu,
Yeah.
is it the first from test mode import hello will override the line one definition, that is import test mode module?
No, no, actually it won't override. So we have to create a 3 files.
Yeah,
So
but actually we already imported the test module, right?
yes, yes. Still you
In
can use.
there, yeah, but still like after, I mean like we imported the test module and then we were able to access the hello and hello underscore name.
Yes, yes.
And then when we are specifically importing the hello function, so the first import of test mode doesn't work here.
Now here, actually there is there is a difference between this statement and this statement. So if we import test mode, so if you want to use inside a test mode function, so how you have to call? You have to call like this: test mode dot hello. Okay. While if you specifically importing the hello here from test mode import hello, directly you can give hello. You don't need to give test mode dot hello. Okay. So
So
yeah,
even here, the test mode dot hello name will work, right?
yeah, will work. Still you can give.
Okay.
If you specify test mode dot hello, this will look this model. It won't look here.
Okay. So that is still accessible throughout the file,
Yes.
the test mode.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine.
See hello and this hello, and we again we are printing hello and hello rk and num1 and num hello hello rk num. So that is the difference.
Okay.
Okay. But here, so this is one way, and so this is first one, this is second way, this is one more way, third way. So here you are specifying star. So here you can only import hello, but here we are importing star. So here you can use all functions and all variables. So I just used all, so it worked. We are able to access all. Okay. So this one, the first one and last one both are similar, but here what is the difference is here if you import test mode you have to specify test mode dot the function names, but here we are just importing from test mode import star. We are importing all, that means import hello comma hello name and etc. So you can directly use those names. Okay. So this is similar to, you can go like this also: import test mode, sorry, from test mode import. You can specify the methods whatever you want. Hello hello underscore name, and here hello underscore name. Okay. So similarly you can import one definition or multiple definitions or multiple statements. See hello test. Okay. So that is how we can use a module. See one more here. So let's say we are just importing test model. So how Python will recognize where is the testmod.py, where is the module? Okay, there is a so Python is having Python will follow few rules. So how it will work? The first, the module, it will look for the current directory. This is the first preference. If it is not find in current directory, then it will go to the Python path. So we have an environment variable, so it will look into the Python path. So we have to set it. That I'll tell you. And if it is not found in current directory and if it is not found in Python path, then it will look for this default path. This is the default path, user local lib python. Okay, so this is for Unix. So Windows, it will be C Python 27 lib. So wherever you installed Python in Windows, so just go to that directory and go to inside lib. So first it has to see for current directory, then it will see in Python path. At last it will go for this. If it is not identified in these two, then it look in the default module module directory. Okay, so how it is working here? The first one, it look for default directory. So default directory is nothing but this one. So this is the directory we are running from here. Then it will look here. So here we are finding test mode module. So that is the reason it is working. Okay, so instead of this, if I give test mode 1, let's say I'm just giving one more module. See, if I import the test mod 1, no module from test mod 1. That means it tried in current directory, we didn't find no module with this, and it tried with the Python path, and it tried with the default module directory, that is user local lib python. Okay, so if it not find in three places, then it will throw an error, no module named test mod 1. Okay, so how to set a Python path? So we have to set a environment variable. So you have to find out the path where you have Python modules, and you can, in Linux you have to set the environment variable like this: export Python path equal to here to give the path. Okay, so this is the command to set the path in Linux, and this is the command to see the path of particular variable. Okay, so this is what we are setting. So if you are using Windows, you can set using set Python path equal to, you can give the path, so the current directory path. Else you can go to the computer properties and advanced environment variables, and you can set there also. You just create one Python path and give the path. Okay, so now we have made Python path variable as the current directory. Now we are going to, so I'll just create so now I am at lib directory, but my Python module is in desktop Python. Okay, now okay, now here I have the same script here. I copied into new directory. So here I'm just importing test underscore mod. Okay, but we don't have any module here. So now I'm running that. See, it is working. Why? Because we have made a Python path is Python directory. So first it will look into current directory. So it didn't identify any module here. Then it look for Python path. Python path is desktop Python. So it found in desktop Python. So that is the reason it's giving proper output. Okay. If you not set this Python path, let's say I will change the different Python path. I'm just giving like this. Okay. So if you execute the function now, if you execute the script now, it is throwing an error. See, import error, no module, name it test mode. Because current directory is not found. Next, the Python path, it is not there, and the default path also it is not. So that is the reason it is throwing an error. So we have to set proper Python path. See, your modules are in some other location. You want to import those modules from somewhere. Then you have to create a Python path you have to give to the modules location. Where do you have your modules? So that is the usage of Python path. So this is very important. Okay, so are you clear with this Python path?
Yes, please.
Okay, then we'll move to some other. So this we already discussed about dir function. So what this dir will do, this is the built-in function. It returns a sorted list of all modules and variables and functions which are defined in a module. Okay, so let's say, so if you want to see list functions, you can give dir of list. Okay, so this is giving a list of functions which are available in list. So list is having these many functions. Okay, now we are just importing our module test underscore mod, and we have to see dir of, we can define the module test mod. See, so test mod is having these many functions. See, whatever you see underscore underscore, just forget these things. This will discuss later. You can see other than underscore underscore. So we are having hello and hello name and num1. If you see testmod.py, we have only four things: two functions and two definitions and two variables. Okay, so if we give So we have to run that the module. So I ran, and now I'm just importing test mode, and I'm seeing the direction of dir off. See, we are finding now hello name num1. So this is a sorter list it will give. So it is sorting the methods and it's providing. So if you see, so this test mode dot py module is having 5. Okay, see, it is showing 5. So using the dir function, you can see how many functions or how many variables are defined in the particular module. Okay, that is the use of dir. So similarly, we have one more help method, help. So if you give help, so this will give more documentation about the function, about the module. Like it is a built-in function, and it can be used to return the Python documentation of a particular object or method or variable or anything. So the syntax is, you can give help of the object. Okay, you can give help of a string. It is showing like this. So how many uh, definitions it is having, and description documentation. Okay, so if you give list, you can give list here, and you can see list functions append count. So full documentation you can see here. Okay, so similarly you can see our whatever we created, the new module. If you give help the module name, you can see here. So the name is test mode, and file, where is the test mode.py? This is the path of test mode.py. And functions, so it has two functions, hello and hello name. And what is the data is having three variables, name, num, and num1. Okay, so here we are not seeing any documentation because we didn't create any documentation. So you can create the documentation like this. Okay, you can give triple quotes, either single or double, and here you can give the documentation. I'm just giving prints the prints hello. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, these three codes will use for multi-line comment. So this won't execute, so this is commented, but this will treat as a documentation. Similarly, you can give okay, and we are executing that. You can see here hello, whatever we give here, just printing. So we gave hello, and it is documenting here print hello. For a hello name, prints hello and specific name. See, hello and specific name. So that is how it is getting documentation here. So whatever you want to document or help document, you can define here. So what is the usage of this function? Okay. So if you write a different definitions in a module, you can give a documentation here. So in the document we have to mention that how to use of definition. So you know that if you write the code, you know that how to use it. So later if somebody wants to use the same module whatever you created, so it is difficult to understand, then you can specify the documentation here, so how to use it. So if you feel such things, you can write here. Okay, insert the triple quotes. Next we'll discuss about packages. So what is a package? It's similar to a module, whereas a package can have multiple modules and multiple definitions and multiple scripts. So it's a package is a hierarchical file directory structure that defines a single Python application environment that consists of modules and sub packages and multiple sub packages and functions you can create, and you can create a Python script. Okay, we'll see how to create those. Let's say, so I want to create a one package here, lib. So lib is having only uh, one script. So similarly I can make this is a normal Python script. Similarly here I want to make one module. I can give, I'm just defining one module. Let's say I just defined two definitions here. One is add and other one is sub. So I'm returning values as well. Okay. So this is a model. So if you want, so first what is the use of, I'm just going back and here. So let's say here if you want to use the module, so which is inside a lib. So this lib is a package here. So the lib is consisting one Python script as well as module, and similarly this module is having a collection of functions, and similarly you can create a sub package here. Okay, so here use package dot py. Okay, I want to use the module which is defined in the package. So lib slash what is the module we have, arith underscore hop. Okay, I want to import the particular module here. Okay, so if I run, it will throw an error, so we can't import like this. So for this, so we have packaging concept. So for package here, what you have to do, you have to create one empty underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py file. py. Okay, so here touch is the Linux command which will create one empty file. Okay, or else you can open underscore underscore init.py. You can open it and you can create one empty file. Okay, if you see now we are having init underscore underscore init.py. Now just come back in. And here, sorry, instead of this slash you have to define as a dot lib dot. So what is the use of dot here? So it is telling that lib is a package, so inside package arith underscore op is the module. Okay, so that is the use of dot. Okay, so here you are calling arith op module from this package. Okay, now here same you can use arith op dot add of 10 comma 20. Okay, so this will return the value, so we have to catch it. We have to catch here add equal to, and you can print add. So this has to print 10 plus 20 30. Okay, we'll run now. See, this is running properly and it is looking for lib directory and inside arith op module, so it is giving the error line 4 return x minus y. So there is a mistake, return. I just add one more character. Okay, it's a typo error. See, it executed properly and it printed 30. Similarly, you can import sub module also, sub method also. Okay. So we have one more thing here. So if we import like this, we have to specify lib.arithop.add. So instead of that, we have one more import lib dot. You can give the module, and you can import this as, you can store this as some object. So I'm storing this as t. Okay, now t is holding the object lib.arithop. So instead of lib.arithop, I can give t. So now the same I'm using t dot. So now I'm calling sub 30 minus 10. Okay, so this has to print 20. Just giving the wrong name. See, sub takes exactly 2 argument but 1 given. So we have to specify comma. 3 comma 10 we have to give, so that will return 20. Okay, so this is how we can use packages. So similarly, the same like module you can import like this also, from lib dot import star. So this is nothing but we have to give the path of the module. So the path is lib is a package, and inside package arith op is a module. So we are just importing from this module import star. So we can use add of 1 comma 2 and okay. So this will give 3 and this will give 1. So 1 plus 2, 2 minus 1. See 3 1. 3 1. So like this you can create a package. So let's say if you want so you can create a one package lib, and inside you want to create arithop as a package. Then what do you have to give? Lib dot arithop dot. Again, if you want to use any model, you can specify it. But if you want to access such a way, so wherever you want to import like dot, you have to specify one underscore underscore init underscore underscore dot py empty file you have to create. So then only we can access. If you not create that file, it will throw an error. Let's say I'm just removing. Okay, if I use it now, it will throw an error. Okay, import lib dot arith op import error no module named lib dot arith underscore op, because there is no init file. So the init file is required. So if you create init file, then we can access lib dot. If you not create, we can't access. That is what it's throwing error. Now we have to create. We just create and save. Okay, that's all. You can run now. Created with the okay, so it worked fine. So that is the use of init underscore underscore init. Okay, so are you clear with this packaging part and what is the use of init? Hello, Madhavi and Vishnuja. Okay, okay, I got your reply. So okay, fine. Then we'll move to next topic. So that is input output functions. Okay, so input output like standard input and standard output. So if you want to give input to the script, so that will call it as standard input. So if you want to get output from script, that will call it as standard output. So standard output will print here. So like this, standard input you have to give input to the script. Okay, so we'll see now how to use a standard input and standard output. See print. So print is a standard output. So if you print anything here, so that will give as a standard output. Let's see. So that is what we are using. I think that will know. So we are just printing here. So if you run that, so that is giving like this standard output. Okay, let's specify that. So print test. Okay, so this is a standard output. Next we'll see standard inputs. So standard input, so we have two types. One is raw input and another one is input. So we'll see what is the difference of raw input and input. Okay, so for standard inputs we want to get data from user. So if you want to get data from user, so you can use standard input. So like how, so you can, so normally you can give like this. So raw input I'm seeing now, raw underscore input, this is the syntax, and you have to inside bracket you have to specify the string whatever you want to print, like what is your name. I'm just asking to the user. Okay, so this will print here what is your, after executing your script it will print what is your name, it will ask. So you have to provide your input. Okay, so that input we have to store as a variable. And we are printing your name is. Okay, so we'll see now. See, it is asking what is your name, so we have to provide your input. Okay, so I'm giving my name. So whatever you enter here, that will treat, that will assign to your name. Okay, so here I just entered Ramkrishna, so name will have Ramkrishna and I am printing your name is the name. So it has to print. If I say enter, if I click enter, so it has to say your name is Ramkrishna. Okay, I'm getting input from user and I'm just displaying here. Okay, so that is the use of standard input. But here what is the use of raw input is, so raw input is nothing but whatever you give input, that will treat as a text. Okay, so if you type x it will print x, if you type 100 it will print 100. It's like raw input. Okay, now we'll see one more input. So here um, input it will treat like it will treat such that whatever you are going to enter, that will be a valid Python expression. Okay, okay, let's say I'm just printing expression. I'm expecting expression from user. Similarly like raw input, but that is so whatever you enter it will print, but here it will treat that as a valid Python expression. Print, I'm just printing result. We'll see now. The first one is okay. So the next expression it is asking, the expression I have to give a Python, a valid Python expression. Let's say you can give arithmetic operation, you can give string operation, anything. I'm just giving 2 plus 3. So this it will treat a Python expression 2 plus 3 is 5. It will calculate and it will give 5. Okay, it is printing 5. But when you say raw input, it will treat as a 2 plus 3 as a string. Okay, so that is the difference between both. See here 2 plus 3 I am printing, but that will print 2 plus 3. It's a raw input. But here you have to give expression input. So I'll say I will define list. Okay, it will print as a list. Else I will define range of 10. Okay, so that will print Python range it will consider, and it will print 0 to 9, 0 to 10 values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that is the difference between both raw input and input. So we have one more. Okay, so this in it will take one more class. Okay, so I think we are enough for today, so we'll continue for next class. So next we have to discuss about file handling, so that will take one class. Okay, so do you have any doubts on today's class, Madhvi and Vishnuja?
No, Rani.
Okay,
No, Krishna. Yeah.
okay, fine. So are you clear with these two, right? Raw input and input.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. uh, then actually today I'm leaving to my hometown,
Okay.
so I'll be back on 8th actually, but I'll try to give a training from my home, so I'll WhatsApp you the timings and all.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so mostly Friday, Saturday, Sunday it is not possible. Maybe from Monday I'll try.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Madhvi and Vishnuja. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye. Yeah,
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.